Let's talk about trucks. Let's talk about mud boggins.
Let's do Ford versus Chevy now. Put a bullet in my mouth.
It's the longest weekly episodic show on the internet about mud and flat earths and fried chicken.
We're saying it for the small audience.
Yeah.
We're getting things kicked off in the right way. Yep.
Oh my God.
All right, there we are. Let's see if we can get Matt Steele back in here now. He's having problems with his. There he is. He's back.
Dude,
Just get it when you can.
I hit a button and I disappeared. I don't know what happened. But
Well, welcome to the show, man. I'm telling you what, it's Wednesday night, February the 19th, coming off a big weekend in Okeechobee, Florida. We'll be talking a little bit about that to get the show started off tonight. But before we do that, let's go ahead and welcome a bunch of people. Randall comes in the number one spot tonight. Followed closely by Chris Giacconi. Hello, Steve, Jacob, Cody, Gary, Thomas, William McCarn in the house tonight, all the way from South Kakalaki. Andrew Hastings from Canada. I bet it's cold up there, dude. Welcome to the show tonight. John Lambert's in the house again tonight. And Derek Deswan. Miss Jessica, thanks everybody for tuning in, man. We appreciate it. We got some good stuff to go over tonight and going to have a little bit of fun. And before we go any further, let's go ahead and thank a couple of people. I want to talk about Jared and the entire team up at Big Shocks and BigShocks.com, man. Absolutely laying down the best customer service in the biz, man. So if you're making any upgrades to your truck right now, you need parts, check out the folks up there in Mecosta, Michigan at Big Shocks. Parts right there on the shelf, made in the USA, ready to ship almost same day, next day, man. They've got it going on up there, but reach out to BigShocks.com for all your parts needs. And, of course, our great friends over at RaceQuip in their fourth year doing something with Trucks Gone Wild, maybe going into the fifth. I can't ever keep up. But RaceQuip and Holly have been fantastic partners for us. We appreciate all they do in the equipment and safety world. So if you're making any upgrades or you need a new helmet, fire suit, gloves, belts, you name it, man, be sure to buy RaceQuip. We always appreciate that. So with that being said, now we're back to it. Matt, tell us all about it there, big boy.
man, I'm kind of interested to hear your opinion on it because, we're going to recap Bamboo, which was just an awesome weekend. I'll give you my little brief one right here. What was my favorite part about it was we always talk about the fact that it's the people that make the events, and this was no exception to that, dude. It was crazy to me just running into there were a lot of people that you're going to see there every time, right? And then there was all these other people who I haven't seen at events in a while, in years. And that's Florida residents and people from around the country as well. I felt like I was walking 50 feet and it's like, oh, dude, you're here, and it was a weekend full of that nonstop action. Everything was good. And everybody was just in an awesome mood. So that's what I like about it. I've just got nothing but positivity to take away from last weekend.
Yep. Ledford?
Dude, it was crazy seeing all the trucks that were there and all the trucks that were stuck. Dude, in the back hole, whatever you want to call it,
no man's land.
No man's land. It was no moving land because it was trucks were in there overnight that they just said, screw it, we'll figure it out tomorrow. We went out there Saturday morning and it was like, it's like, that's a big ass truck. And he's like, boom,
And there were like 7 of them. And the coolest thing was 2 of them were still there, sitting there overnight, and the strap was still tight.
Yes.
It's like, wow.
Yes.
You could probably walk on that strap from truck to truck. It was so tight, It's like, they're like, screw it. We're going to go back and get some sleep.
Yeah, dude, there's Twitty right there. It was good to see those guys, dude. The whole crew with those guys.
Yep.
Whole gang,
Yep. Left Henry. He was there, and if he didn't try every single mud hole that was there, then he didn't try one because he even started the weekend all floating. He had all both sets of tires from his truck and Pimp Juice. And he started the weekend off with a good float. And that was real cool to see that. So, but yeah. So you're ready for my review?
Yes. Absolutely. Real quick, One thing I want to say hey to Lacey Dahl because I got to hang out with Lacey for a couple of minutes, dude. Awesome. We always enjoy catching up. And then Cody Ford mentioned something earlier tonight about the frigid. Where's the temperature up there where you're at, Cody? I thought I saw something up there about Saskatchewan area or something was just really cold or something, wherever. So
absolutely.
Just checking. Okay. Sorry, Worcester. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I had to get that out.
All right. So you're ready for the review. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh my God. Listen, I'm going to tell everybody, I've been doing this for 20 years and I have been missing out completely. All right. This event in this park gives you the old school feel of mud bogging, where you're hanging out with all your best buddies. You know, you're working on trucks. You don't wait on the excavator to come pull you out. Your buddies got to team up and come pull everybody out. So that was back in action. So I love that part of it. But the best part about it was the fact that there is so much mud there that unless you see it with your own eyes, you do not get a feel in pictures and video. You have no clue. It does not do it justice unless you go and you see it. We had I rode down there with my buddy Scott Beck and been bogging with him. He's been my main bogging buddy for like I said, pretty much about the whole 18, 20 years. And he had his big cruise truck, a big Chevy, jacked up on 23 126s. And we cruised that whole park. And when I say there's more monster mud holes than any other place on earth in one small spot, then brother, I'm telling you, it's it. Because there's one huge mud pit field. Go just a little bit further, there's a whole nother one. You go a little bit further, there's a whole nother one. You go a little bit further, there's a whole nother one. I mean, they're all over the park. And I think a lot of people that have never been there before just don't get the sense of it through pictures and video. You just can't. And I mean, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but if I had to guess, about 40% of that property is mud holes. And it's a big place.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's got to be something like that. I mean, it's huge. And we went through so much mud. We went through every canal. We went through every pit. We went through everything in the big ride truck. And we got to hang out with everybody. A lot of people like Captain RPM, Dale Ball. I mean, so many others that I don't get to see very often like Paul Walk and Pun. Twitty was there. Bam Bam was there. My buddy Gary Schwartz was there. Darren Weaver. I mean, the names just keep going and going and going. The X-Man truck was out there again. He ended up breaking a front axle on Saturday morning or either Friday night, which one, I don't remember which one. But anyway, guys, the number of swamp buggies. Can you imagine how many swamp buggies were in one place? Even back in the day when Mudfest, the original Mudfest was around, you didn't see that many damn swamp buggies. I mean, you saw a lot, but this weekend, holy crap. And then all the big bad boy cruise trucks. I mean, I've never in my wildest dreams seen that many big, nice cruise trucks in one place. I mean, they were everywhere. I mean, $100,000 trucks right by. Here's another $100,000 truck. Oh, that one's $150,000. Oh, yeah, that one's nice. It's a 2023 Platinum. I mean, it's like, and you're talking about the Friday night and Saturday morning deal. I was out there at the big party around that whole Friday night and stayed up until about 3:00 in the morning partying with everybody. And those cruise trucks, they tried and tried and tried. And I guess they just finally got worn down, and they had to, get back to the camp to get a few hours of sleep before they got on the next day. But I mean, what a great weekend. I mean, I had so much fun hanging out with all my buddies, that I get to hang out with, a few times a year and, got to watch some awesome bogging. I mean, just like I said, man, it just took me back. Like it used to be back in the day where you just went out there with your buddies and you just stuck it and you got to wait for your buddy to come, pick you and pull you out and stuff like that. I mean, Twitty, he tried crossing no man's land. It took four big trucks to get him out of there, and they were dragging earth when they got him out of there because something broke in his transmission and stuff, and so when they finally started dragging him, the earth was just pushing up from behind him and everything, and it took him a while to get him out, but just incredible weekend, man. I can't say enough. I can't wait to go back. I can't believe I've been missing out on this, for so many years. As Trucks Gone Wild's been going there 5 or 6, 7 years now, and I can't believe I hadn't made that trip. And come to find out, guys, it really wasn't that bad for Middle Georgia. I mean, I still feel like I'm one of the fortunate ones that doesn't have to travel, too terribly far. I mean, I'm not like Daniel Roberts and Leaf in that group that traveled 20 hours. I mean, it was only about 8 for me, but I can't believe I hadn't been making this trip twice a year, every year, because it was just badass.
You see Jose's comment? There was $1 million worth of trucks stuck in that hole overnight, and there was only 4 trucks.
Yeah. And the new Carlos truck, the Buddy's Roofing guy, they built that truck, and you're talking about, a high dollar truck. That's probably the biggest high dollar truck that I've ever seen, mud truck. And he didn't mud it because he was taking it to a big show. I think this coming up weekend or something, but man, what a beautiful, beautiful build. He had it on the tug pad. You guys got to see it there, but he drove it around all the little parties. And but what a great weekend, man. I just want to thank everybody that reached out. I had a bunch of people that came up to me and introduced themselves, and I really appreciated that because, I've known them through Facebook or something, and, got to put a face with a name. So I do appreciate all those that did reach out to me and got to say hello. But yeah, like you said, Matt, we got to see a lot of friends that we don't get to see very often, and some that we hadn't seen in years. I mean, Captain RPM, I bet I hadn't laid eyes on him in 12 years. I mean, since the old Mudfest days. And but what a great time, man. Yep. It was just absolutely great start to finish. So thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
Yep. And October we'll be back. We'll start leaking some details on that one before too long, but big things happening at Bamboo in October for sure.
Yep.
I tell you what, I tell you who was the superstar of the weekend, and that was the weather on Saturday.
Just
perfect, dude.
Listen, it was great all weekend. I mean, the little rain showers that we got here and there, I mean, they didn't last more than 10 minutes each one. It would blow right through. Did we have any dust this weekend at all?
No.
Absolutely perfect conditions. The mud was fantastic. It was nasty back there in that no man's land, dude. I mean, that's some good old school nasty mud. Yep. And man, just loved it. But the other pits are just, I mean, there's so many different ranges. And the side-by-sides and four-wheelers, I mean, golly, man, they could mud to their heart's content. I mean, all the huge holes, that were out there for them. I mean, golly, I just can't say enough about it, man. I can't say enough about it. You can tell I was excited, and I had a great weekend.
Dude, it's a good place, and we've been preaching it for a long time. We've been telling people, if you want to go, where some good mud's at in Florida, you got to go there. And people are finding out,
Yeah. Go lay your own eyes on it. It'll give you a whole new meaning. For those that used to love Okeechobee Mudfest, this place has every bit, but way better facilities, way better amenities than that place. That place wasn't nothing but a pond in the middle of a farm. I mean, it had no amenities whatsoever. This park has, so much more to offer. And, but wow, what a great trip. Can't wait to do it again.
There's some guy in the middle of the country who's watching this, and his wife's in the next room going, what the hell are they talking about good mud? I mean, like mud? Like, wait, is that a code for something else?
Yeah.
You're like, yes, it's mud we're talking about.
All right, well, let's turn our eyes to Hell on Wheels coming up this weekend at Orlando Speed World. We've got a very special guest. He's going to tell us all about it. We're going to beat all the information out of him to educate everybody. But if you've got questions, don't forget to submit them and let us know if you've got, anything. We've also got a big giveaway coming at the end of that. We're going to announce a winner, but let's go ahead and bring William in right now.
There he is.
There he is. William Henman's in the house.
What's up, boys?
Hey, William, I
Yes.
knew we were about to bring you on, so I just went and topped off. Yeah.
I appreciate you. I'm about half now. I'm going to have to call the bartender back in a minute.
William, you obviously won the you drew the small straw tonight. They put you in front of the world to go over all the details of this big, huge motorsports event coming up this weekend at Orlando Speed World. It's named Hell on Wheels, which is absolutely the perfect description for an event like this. And so welcome to the show tonight. Thanks for sharing your time with us. Hopefully we'll have some questions coming up for you, but I know that you work with Wes and Jim Erb on this particular deal. You mentioned that you were family with Jim, and you've been doing these kinds of motorsports events for 20 years. And so you've got everything, you know, what it takes to put one of these deals on. So again, welcome to the show tonight. Matt, I'll turn it over to you because I know you've got a whole list of sticky notes over there for questions for William.
Man, I don't. You know, there are a couple things, and I have to apologize to everybody because a couple of weeks on the show, I was going over the chain race and I said it completely wrong. And I think Wes called me the next day. He's like, no, that's not how the chain race goes. And or somebody corrected me because it was like you're chained, like the one car goes forward, and I just said, spouted off of the mouth that you'd be backwards and you'd be getting drunk. It's like that would just be a complete disaster. That would be a mess.
We all heard that. We were like, do we have to do it now because he said it?
Yes, you do.
It would be interesting. It'd be.
So-
I know they used to do it like that back in the day, but I don't know if guys are ready to do all that now.
Look, let me give some general info. So it's this Saturday at Orlando Speed World, Hell on Wheels. It's full throttle, right?
Yes, sir.
And gates open at 4 p.m. and they're doing rides at 4.
Yes, we got a figure 8 school bus we've brought out there to give kids a ride around the track in the X, and
Cool.
you know, we might have another bus out there, so we have a little traffic in the X to get the kids a little excited.
Daddy, it was awesome. The bus we were riding on got creamed.
Well, there has been a lot of questions regarding, is this a big family-friendly event? And I keep assuring everybody, this is exactly the kind of family-friendly event you want to take the kids to. Yes, it's different, you know. You don't compare it to the other events like Bamboo that's 18 and up and that kind of stuff. You compare it to, you know, a great motorsports show that lasts, you know, a shorter period of time. It's not a weekend event or anything like that. It's a, you know, set time, like he said, 4 o'clock gates open, 7 o'clock racing, you know, starts. And you can tell us about that schedule of events.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a family-friendly show. I mean, it's like, I would think it's more like going to a circus with your family, but less clowns and elephants. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the show starts at 7 p.m. and we've got a whole list of things lined up. It's hard to focus on just one, but I mean, it's going to begin with a little bit of fire, I should say. You know, a little bit of hell out there. We got a few stunts.
He's got some surprises up his sleeve that he can't tell the Gen Pop because he wants to be a surprise.
I can tell.
I mean, there's nine different kind of races. We do the commercial. Matt sends it over to me. It's like the lampshade race, right? The you know, the roofing nail race. It's like, what the hell?
The cars are actually going to be chained together with duct tape instead of chains.
Hey, what is the what's the one race? And Wes explained it to me, and I still don't understand it. And I can't wait.
Flagpole race?
Yeah, the flagpole race. What the hell is that?
Whew, that is one that's not for the faint of heart, I should say. It's so basically you got everyone starts out on the front straightaway, and we immediately turn into the infield, and they will be a junk car, some concrete Jersey barricades. There'll be something in there for us to go around. So you turn into the infield, go around that object, and now it's like a mini figure 8 with the cars. You have to go back through traffic. You have to go around and then come back through everyone else who's also trying to enter to go around that thing and get back on the racetrack, and then go, you know, bust a hot lap around the track. Then when you come back down the front straightaway again, you got to go back through the traffic that's coming out, do a lap around the pole, back through traffic again, and then take off around the track again. So it's like 2 intersections per lap, 25 laps. You got 50 chances to get hit by a Cadillac. You know what I'm saying?
That's exciting. Now I'm gonna go.
Oh,
and you're right. That's edge of your seat racing.
Absolutely. I've been doing this stuff since 2000, so it's 2020. I've been doing this 25 years, and I've never missed a show, no matter who was putting the show on at Orlando Speedway. I've only been able to pull off 1 flagpole race in that entire time, 2 times a year typically. It's like, it is not easy to win.
Wow.
But old Jim, he typically wins it every other time. Like, it's mad. The traffic, he's like Moses out there. The traffic, or Noah. The traffic just parts when he gets there. It's crazy. I finished second to him, wondering how come the hole closes up when I get there. You know what I'm saying?
All right, you got an enduro race. Talk about the enduro race.
All right, the enduro race is probably the simplest race that everybody can run. It's basically run what you run, car, truck, minivan, your mama's Buick, your grandma's Cadillac, whatever it is. It don't have to be anything special preparation-wise, but it could be, we could do 15 laps, we could do 100 laps. We haven't decided yet. But it's basically whatever lap how we sign, and we're going to send them out there. Dead stop start, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Everybody takes off, and it's whoever completes the said number of laps. You know, it's your most typical standard race type, but there's no caution flags. There's only green and red. It's only stop or go. So if the track gets blocked, it's your job to find a way through, and if there ain't no way through, you make a way through. So if you are driving Granny's Cadillac, you can blast a Honda Civic right out of the way and make yourself a hole and keep on trucking. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
So that is one of the more challenging ones, because you got to make the car last as well. It is an endurance race.
Right.
So you can't drive too hard, smoke your tires off. I mean, you got to take it easy, but still make the car last, but you don't want to fall behind either. So you got to keep the pressure on, but try to take care of your car too.
Nice.
And mild contact is acceptable.
Oh yeah. You can spin the guy out in front of you. We're not throwing a caution. There's no rules. If you can't catch them, wreck them. I mean, that's what a lot of people do.
Gates open at 4. At 4:01, they take all the yellow flags and throw them in the dumpster.
Hey,
that's true.
This is definitely a Rubbins racing event.
Oh yeah. Rubbins, cold trickle would fit right in.
Yes, I love it. All right,
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Even though this is pretty self-explanatory, explain to the people what a figure-8 boat trailer race is.
Well, again, you take your grandma's Cadillac. I'm a Cadillac guy, if you can't tell.
Yeah.
And you hook a boat to it, whether it be, John boat, bass tracker, pontoon, whatever you got. Your neighbor got a boat you want to get rid of, give them $10 to get that trash out of their yard. Hook it to the back of your ride, bring it all down to Speed World, and we're going to run a figure-8 race with boats and trailers hooked to them. So if you come to the intersection and there's traffic coming across, cars, boats, whatever, I mean, it's your decision if you want to hit them or not. You can let off a little bit, try to time the X so they be gone when you get there, or, make fiberglass fly and just blast that thing. We do say it's a boat and trailer, but we are allowing campers, pop-up campers, whatever it is. It's fair game. If it's on a trailer, it's going to go.
Now, how do you win that event? Do you have to keep your boat and trailer intact?
If you are hauling a boat, yes. If you're hauling a boat, you still have to have the trailer. I mean, if you lose the boat because someone whacked it, smacked it, or fell off, whatever the case is, you still got to have the trailer attached. But it's the first one to complete the said number of laps. I think we'll probably be doing about 20 with that. And so it's whoever finished the first laps and still got their boat. If you've got a camper, as long as you got some of the trailer, tongue, frame, whatever, something, as long as you're dragging something, you're still in the race.
It's a coupler and one half of a safety chain.
You better have a little more than that. You already know you're going to try to cheat a little bit. Be out there, salt on there right behind the tongue. That's not going to work. We're going to be looking for cut marks.
Yes, love it.
Watching these races, it's like I think the hardest part about these events is figuring out who's in the lead, because sometimes it gets to be a little bit of a mess. And if it's like any of our things where we've done beater car racing, people just start crashing into each other, and after about the second lap, you're like, does it really matter who's winning? Because the crowd's winning right now. You know what I mean? Because it's just so good. And I can imagine with the boat trailer stuff, boats are flying off the trailers and everything else is going on. There's crap everywhere, and people stop.
Absolutely. Definitely keeping track of what's going on is definitely one of those hard things to do. But we've got a special weapon. We've got 4 women. and women always know what's going on and tell everybody what to do, right? So we're just gonna let them up there and be like, okay, you're right, he won. we do have scorers, of course, and their job is to pay attention to who is leading in the lead. We watch top 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we try to keep track of where everyone's at. For like the enduro race, though, we do have scorers. You have to bring your own score actually for that. So every car has their own score. So just in case there is a problem, we have their score sheets as well to cross-reference with. So not a huge.
There was another question. What's the date on this? That is this Saturday night, Orlando Speed World, over there, right next to where we used to do Buffalo Mud Bogs all the time.
Yeah, absolutely, old Buffalo Mud Racing, man. Those were the days over there, boy.
Yeah,
I don't know what
stomping grounds.
I don't know what the address. It's 520 and 50.
Basically
Orlando Speed World. You can Google the address. And
actually, I do have the address here. It is 19164 East Colonial Drive.
There you go.
Very nice.
It's Orlando Speed World. That's like asking where the White House is. You just figure it out.
Yeah, right. The place has only been there since 1967.
Right.
Now, are there purses for these different events, William?
Absolutely. We pay all the money.
So there are payouts for these things. It's not just for fun.
The
The drivers can actually win some cash too.
Absolutely. We'll pay money for you to wreck your grandma. Shoot. I don't have the payout sheet with me right here.
No, that's fine. I just wondered if everybody just does it for fun and bragging rights, or their purses,
bragging rights is half the payout for sure.
I guess, yeah.
Whoever wins it got bragging rights for the next 6 months. But yeah, we are paying about $1,000 to win every event, and we got 9 races. And
are you kidding me?
We paying the money because most all these other type of shows, they pay you $200 or $300. I mean, by the time you get your family, your kids in and show up, buy a vehicle off Marketplace and buy your next door neighbor's boat for $10, you're in the hole quite a bit.
And
so
we decided
that's it. We decided we're going to throw some cash out there and make everyone happy because we're actually race car drivers. I've been circle track racing for over 20 years, and Jim as well, Wes Jr. We're all race car drivers. So we want to help drivers, helping drivers. We're going to make sure they're happy.
I love that, man.
Very nice.
That's freaking so cool. All right, so there is going to be a school bus race. Is that correct?
Oh, absolutely. We have buses.
Is that one of the biggest, most popular? I mean, what if you had to say out of all the different events you're going to be running, what do you say is the most popular?
The bus race will probably always be king. It gets the kids hyped. They see something that they get to ride on to go to school every day out there going to battle against other buses and bouncing off each other. I mean, these things I always describe it. It's like racing an elephant. It don't stop good. It don't turn good. It don't go good. It don't do nothing good but haul kids around. So kids get to see these things out there that they ride every day, and you'll possibly flop one on its side, get licked in the X, whatever could happen. Right.
Okay.
But that's probably the number one thing everyone looks forward to. And second would have to be the carnage of the trailer race, because it's just shrapnel and shit flying everywhere. I mean, campers, AC units, you'll see a damn toilet sliding across the racetrack. Who knows what could be flying out of these campers?
Wow. Well,
I'd bring a trailer full of portalets.
That's funny. We had a guy pulling a portal potty once. We let him ride.
Yeah.
Put a mannequin in there that looked like Hillary Clinton. It was funny.
I've seen that before too. Yeah, that's funny. Now, does anybody try to cheat a little bit and bring a hot rod out there?
Absolutely. I'm that guy.
Okay, so you might bring a hopped up Mustang, GT or something, one of those 5.0s or whatever, something. But you see that people try to get the hot rods out there.
Oh,
too?
Absolutely. There is definitely your choice vehicles when it comes to a lot of this stuff.
Okay.
My vehicle of choice, I had a Chevy Caprice that I had a good little 355 in it and 411 gears, and it just looked like grandma's old ride, but it would get down with the get down, and there wasn't a whole lot that would touch it. But everyone seems to like the Acura TLs right now because they make good power. They're so lightweight and good handling cars. A lot of people use those. So I'm sure we'll have 10 or 12 of them out there. But it depends on what you want to do. Do you want to be fast or you want to have a good time?
Right.
I won a lot of these trailer races, and about about, not to toot my own horn, but I won about 14, 15 of them. And I decided I was done hauling ass and I wanted to have fun now. And, I worked for Jim at E&H, and an 85 or so Cadillac hearse came in. And I'm like, oh, I need that. I don't know why, but I need that. And I started running that thing, and I found out it was way more fun to jump through campers and blast boats into pieces than it was to win. So that was my focus.
I love it.
Building big bumpers and hitting things as hard as possible. And the crowd love you for it.
Oh, they love you for it.
We had a guy, we called him Mopar Jeff. Fordzilla was his truck name. He'd come out there with a 79 Ford F-350, and he would jump through a mobile home camper, dragging an Airstream. Like he had a 15-foot flame blowing out of the back. The guy was crazy, but the crowd loved him, and he was the slowest thing on the racetrack.
Yep, crowd pleaser.
Somebody had a question that I'm curious about. It goes, how long does it take to clean up the track? Because the track has got to be absolutely just wrecked after one of these events.
It is definitely. Thankfully, I've only had to be on that end of the deal once or twice, but it's definitely a mess that requires a couple Bobcats and some able-bodied employees. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Definitely looks like a hurricane in a trailer park, I guess you could say.
All right, I'm trying to go through a lot of the comments because we do have a lot of questions and comments on this.
Dude, it's looking good. There's a lot of comments and a lot of questions and a lot of activity, which is showing a lot of buzz for Saturday night, which I'm happy about.
That's awesome.
I'm looking forward to it just because it's something totally unique for us, and it's like, we know you guys, and we obviously we know Jim and Wes, we know everybody, and I know the guys at the track, I know all that, but man, this is kind of I don't know, it's just a slight left turn for us, and I cannot wait, dude.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you mud racing guys got to get off the off ramp a little bit and take a look at the scenery. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, right. Matt wants to say, William, who had the fastest enduro car around?
Oh shit.
Me.
I think that was an inside track.
I got a $10,000 check and a couple of $5,000 checks over there, but I had a very competitive car for a few years. But it would come down to me, Jim Erb, Zachary Curtis out of Palm Bay, and there's one or two others. But the heavy hitters, the competition, though, when they seen us pulling the pit gate, that they were fighting for second most likely. And that actually is good and bad, because if we got to go through traffic, there's some people that I swear they be driving there and they be looking at you. And they will run you in the wall, the fence, a loader tire, whatever's there to stuff you in, they will try.
Do you know if there'll be anybody there on your staff or anybody else that will be doing some live streaming from the event?
I know we got a couple people that plan on doing some live. I don't know if that'd be in car or live from like the bleachers or whatnot, but I definitely there will be a few people going live.
Okay, good.
Look, the best way to do it is you go to www.buyassaticket.com.
Well,
I love it.
A lot of these people are, they don't live anywhere remotely close, but
Worcester,
they follow Trucks Gone Wild.
Worcester, move.
Dude, the Mid-Arc crew drove 20 hours one way last weekend. Everybody can do it.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You're real close for that.
Dude, gas is cheap, bro.
Yeah, it's cheaper anyway.
I'm joking.
Yeah, Trump Daddy done knocked that down a little bit.
Here's a question: How big? Are there any limitations on trucks as far as how big that you allow to run in the events?
I mean, I'm not going to say that there's. I'm actually doing tech that evening as well, making sure everything is okay, safety oriented wise, ain't going to fall apart and all that stuff. But I would say we would prefer not a dually show up,
right?
But as long as we knew that it wasn't going out there to try to hurt somebody, we don't want no one getting hurt. But there's really no limit on what could show up.
Okay, so you're probably gonna see a couple of F-250s or something out there.
Yeah, we've had some Power Stroke powered F-350 vans show up before.
Okay.
And they've had them things all turned up, rolling coal in a free candy van, and they've been out there putting on a good show as well.
Dude, vans are always cool.
what are the ticket prices? I know they're available online. You can purchase them in advance, and you can go to the event page or our website. And you should be able to get a link to that. But do
Yes.
you have the ticket prices there?
Yeah,
Andy?
it's $40 on the pit side, 35 on the spectator side. Kids, I think it's 12 and 10 or 12 and under is $10. I think we 3 and under get in free. But
Okay.
yeah, that's the prices we have. But,
Wister, what are we doing with the giveaway thing?
I'm getting ready to announce it in just a minute.
oh yeah, I'm excited about that. I signed in for the car too.
All right. So you guys are going to be having a demolition derby and a burnout contest too that night?
Yes, we're having a burnout contest. We're having some we got some heavy hitters showing up for the burnout contest.
Really? Nice.
We got now I'm drawing a blank on something. We have a guy they call him Plumber's Crack. He's got a blown alcohol injected van. Like this this thing is 800 horsepower van. I believe Kenny Wing is showing up with his Scout.
Really?
He's got an international Scout that is very nasty. We got 2 or 3 other. I can't remember all of them, but we do got a good field of burnout cars. I know that.
Now, Chris Giaccone, there are no tug of war events or anything like that. It's It's strictly just racing type events. There's no truck tug of wars or anything like that. Correct?
I know that we had kind of discussed that with it when I first started talking to Wes about us getting involved. He had asked, he's like, "Hey, is there anything you guys want to do?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know." And then we just kept talking. And I'm like, "Well, what all events are happening?" And he started listing them. And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Last year we ran really late and really long." He goes, "So we're trying to trim up the events a little bit." I go, "You're trying to trim down the events and you're asking if we want to add anything?" You know, it's just kind of funny. And he's like, "Yeah, maybe not." So there may be a couple dudes, because a lot of these guys have trucks too. And I know they've been encouraged to bring them if they want to. And basically, you know, we'll find something cool for people to do. That's the other kind of thing, because William, what the way you kind of do things is the way that we do too. Is like when somebody comes to our event and they go, I'd like to do this. And you're like, that sounds crazy and mildly dumb. Yeah, we can do that in about an hour. You know?
Absolutely. We got we are doing for a few I know Jim's bringing his truck. I know Riding Dirty's going to be there. They're going to put up a little exhibition, little show and tell going on with them too.
Nice.
So I mean, we will have some mega trucks represented for sure. I'm sure
we kind of covered this a minute ago, but Revmaster 321 says he's getting the GT 500 ready to win some trophies.
Oh, that is my guy. I've been watching his videos. This guy seems like he likes to party. Like he's got Crown on his toolbox, kind of. He's my kind of guy.
Revmaster's a lot of fun, dude. We hung out with him last weekend. They a bunch of them always come to the barn, you know, and they just do cool things. They do cool things, and they do kind of what you were talking about. They just want to have fun and do stuff.
Yeah. Most all his videos. Step 1: cut exhaust off with a Sawzall. My man. Make it loud and obnoxious. Step number 1, absolutely.
Yeah. That's so cool, dude.
I know we're going to have an autocross. We first advertised it as a minivan only autocross, but then we decided we're going to let everybody that wants to get down get with it. Wes will be there early. He's going to be cutting a track through the infield. So we're going to have a little bit of mud, a little bit of hills, race across the asphalt a little bit, then back into mud, back into grass. So we do have a little bit of that going on for guys that want to participate in that. That ought to be fun to see if you guys can get their Honda Accord through a little mud hole and over a hill.
The pit area is just going to be a cluster F, and I love it.
Oh man, it's going to be like a show and tell. It's going to be like a wild car show, I'm sure.
Sounds like fun, though.
Oh,
Sounds like fun.
Yeah. And then what else?
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have anything else? I mean, hell, you've covered most everything.
I
yeah.
Yeah.
At the end of the night, go ahead.
You know, when I was a kid, and my whole background was going to sled pulls and old when the monster trucks would just creep over the cars, like down at Moroso and down at West Palm Beach Auditorium when I was growing up down in Stewart, right? And we're going back a long, long time ago. And we would go up to see the family in Indiana, and there would be like combine demolition derbies and stuff, because they had the big equipment up there. And I saw a commercial. We were traveling somewhere this past year, and I saw another commercial for a combine demolition derby. And I thought, I bet they're big and slow. So I was going to ask if you ever saw one of those, and like, is it cool in person, or is it one of those things that sounds better when they're advertising it, and then when you see it, you're like, okay.
I think I have seen them, but only on YouTube. I know they do a lot of them up north, Indiana, Ohio area, where all the crazy people are. But we obviously ain't got many combines down here to run the demolition derby. But I have seen them on YouTube and stuff, and it seems like an operator bouncing around in a teeny tiny little cab, and I'll probably have to pass on that one. But we are having a demolition derby at the end of the night. Full-size cars. It's the first one at Speed World in 10 years. So, I mean, they've taken
cool.
Wow.
Big old iron cars are getting harder to find. So I can see why they kind of took a little break for a while. But we do have some guys coming from Georgia, Alabama, South Carolina that are supposed to be bringing some derby cars. And, of course, we got our Florida representatives that plan on trying to beat those fellas. I mean, that pays $1,500 to win plus I wish I had it here.
The championship belt, right?
We have the championship belt. That is very cool, super legit. Oh man, I wish I was in the show just to try to get me one of those, because I've got a lot of gold-plated plastic, but I ain't got no championship belt. You know what I'm saying?
I love it.
I definitely want one.
So that's the show finale then, the Demolition Derby.
Yeah, Demolition Derby, last thing of the night.
And that's a last man standing type thing, right?
Yeah, right. That is super simple. It's the last one running. Whoever makes the last hit, that's the guy to beat. But they just had a big one down south in Arcadia, and their total payout that night for one division was like $50,000. So I mean, some of this stuff gets real serious, serious. Yeah, they pay a lot for that stuff.
That sounds like a great way to start a big fight.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys who like to be the aggressor, like to do the hard hitting, but then there's some people that get hit and it ups. I mean, I hate to say it, but I'm one of those guys that if I feel like I got licked a little too hard, that I'll forget all about what the object of the game is, and I'm just going after that guy until he quits moving.
Wow.
He just, it's either break your stick off or I'm going to keep coming back for you. But
dude, that is absolutely crazy.
Like we said, the show is on Saturday. We are super hyped about it. We're working on stuff every day to try to put out the best product we can. And it's not too late for anyone else that ain't ready to go yet. I mean, we still got a couple days. It don't take long to gut out a car from Marketplace and show up and have a good time.
Go ahead.
And don't forget, as I think, Chris, you mentioned it earlier, they've got several surprises that we're not even talking about. And honestly, we may know of a couple. We don't even know about all of them, which is great, So Worcester knows that I don't like surprises, except like at y'all's show. I love surprises. If I was the one responsible and it was me putting it on, I don't want any surprises,
Right.
But this particular night, I can make an exception.
Well, my final question for you: what about somebody that's just tuning in or watches this later, and they're thinking now, okay, I need to get a car in there. I may have a couple of questions. Who do they get in contact with? I know I've put a phone number on the flyers that's been going around and stuff like that. But to get signed up, I mean, can somebody just show up at 4:00 on Saturday with a car and they can register? No problem.
Yeah, okay. Absolutely. If you got literally whatever you got, all you gotta do is take the glass out of that thing and show up. And that's basically all you really need to do.
Okay.
I mean, it is no rocket science to us. If you got something in your yard you want to get rid of and it still runs, get the glass out of it, because we don't want a bunch of broken glass on the racetrack and people step on flat tires, all that kind of stuff. And then bring it on out. Show up. We'll run it through check. As long as you got a seatbelt and a long sleeve shirt and a helmet, we will send you out there and you will have the time of your life. Like I said, I've been doing this 25 years because this stuff is addicting. You do it once, you have to have it more. I mean, it is a great time. It's never boring. Even if you have a bad night, you still had a great night. Better than sitting at the home on the couch, right?
Right. Absolutely. Good deal. Well, last week we announced the contest for somebody that can actually roll in there, bring their helmet, bring their rattle cans. They can show up. A car will be sitting there waiting on them.
It's a
All
Ferrari.
they got to do is crawl in. If they want to put a paint job on it, they can paint it all up, decal it up, do whatever beforehand. But it is provided for them. Again, all they have to have is, you said, long sleeve shirt, a helmet, whatever. I mean, I would recommend, a fire jacket or something. I would,
Sure.
but I'm sure most people would too. But anyway, we announced this contest, ran it through our automated system. That's through the texting system that automatically runs everything, and it spits out a winner. And I have a winner to announce. And the winner's name for this contest, you don't get to take the car home with you. It stays at the track. It'll be junked and, whatever. But better. You do get to race it all night as long as it keeps going.
Yeah. And we're going to start them on the front row of whatever race they decide to be their first race.
Wow.
We might even give them 10 car lengths more. Might even give them 10 car lengths more. Yeah.
And they're getting free admission to the event.
Sure.
What?
And
that's what I heard. Well, right? That's what I heard.
Did you just make that up?
No, I think we had that on the contest.
No, Wister asked me that, and I asked I asked Wes the other day, and I'm pretty sure he said yes. So if not, if that's a surprise to you guys, I'll eat it. That's on me. No problem.
Oh no, it's a done deal now. Now whoever wins gets in free.
Right.
I got my kids are all under 3, and half of them got beards.
Yeah, and my boss Jim will buy them a cheeseburger and a drink.
See, it's a great deal.
I know he's watching too.
Bring the family. This is going to be awesome. All right. Well, tonight's lucky winner that's going to win a Hell on Wheels ride that they're going to be able to race as long as it keeps going. They're not going to get to take it home with it, but they're going to have full access to it all night long. The winner is Justin Dixon. Congratulations, Justin Dixon. If you're watching tonight, you are the winner, dude. You get to have a car just sitting there waiting on you. You don't even have to worry about, fixing it up, bringing it to the track or nothing, man. You just
we call
show
that a
up.
Suitcase driver.
I'm telling you what, man, that is absolutely awesome. So congratulations to our winner, Justin Dixon, man. He's been a longtime partner to Trucks Gone Wild and a fan. I think he's been participating in contests and stuff. I think I pulled it up, and he originally signed in for his very first thing back in 2015, I think.
Wow.
So, he's been in our system a long time. But
is this the first thing he ever won?
I don't know. I don't know if he's won something in the past or not. But
it's a hell of a prize.
This is a hell of a prize.
This is we've given away stuff before that's worth, like trailers and whatever. This has got to be one of the coolest things that we've ever given away, because I don't know how you would put a price on it. You can't. This is memories that last a lifetime. This may be the most valuable thing that we've ever given away.
Yep.
Thank you, Hell on Wheels.
You
make dreams come true is what
you make dreams come true.
His wife is probably going to be pretty upset because he's going to start collecting cars in the backyard and filling them up and stuff. You might have just pissed her off pretty good.
Oh, dude. There he is.
Oh, man.
There he is, right there.
Hey, Justin.
Yep, there he is right here. He says, this is amazing, man. I've been going to TGW Wild events since before I had a license. I'm 35 years old now, so this is an amazing opportunity.
Dude.
Fantastic.
That's awesome. Bring a helmet.
Yep, bring a helmet. I would recommend bringing a fire jacket, but
he looked like he had a nice smile. I'd bring a mouthpiece in there, protect.
You know what, Wister? I think I got an extra fire jacket in my closet. I'm gonna bring in case somebody needs one.
Nice. Okay.
And it was from when I was a little fatter, so it's pretty much gonna fit everybody.
All right.
So
nice, dude.
I went. I'm somewhat of a race car driver myself.
Really?
I did roll racing one time down in Bradenton, so I'm an expert now.
Yeah.
Sounds like that thing that women do on roller skates.
Oh man, wow.
My husband enjoyed it that night, damn it.
Well, William, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Do you have any parting thoughts, man? Because you've been just fantastic guest tonight. we can't thank you enough for coming and filling everybody in and going over the different events and how fun this is going to be. We can see it in your your voice and delivery and everything, how much you really enjoy this, especially as long as you've been doing it with the experience you have. So thank you again. But yeah, any parting thoughts, man, before you call tonight?
No, I mean, I appreciate your guys and the platform you guys put us on. And, I hope that's just a great, fun night for everybody. It's going to be a great time. Win, lose, or draw, don't matter how everyone does on the racetrack. It's going to be a great time. And
hey,
I'm excited.
I don't look at weather, but it's looking like it's going to be a nice, like it's
it's
going to be a nice.
The high is only going to be 72. That's fat guy weather. I'm friendly with that.
Dude, that's brisk. That's going to be beautiful. Yeah. That's going to be a great day. Hey, Randall had a question earlier about how old you had to be to participate, and I'm assuming he was asking about like
driving,
participating in the races. Yeah,
I believe the rule at the racetrack is got to be 16 or have a driver's license, or I believe that's what they go by. Is they want everyone to have a driver's license. So
gotcha.
As long as your parents there to sign the waiver for you, you can be 16, 17, and still come out there and have a good time with us.
All right, Randall, there's your question, man. How old do you have to be? You said 16. So fantastic. Appreciate you being here to answer that for sure. Glad you brought that up. Thank you.
Dude, William's got some damn some fans on here tonight, dude.
Does, man. I'm telling you what.
Hey, and just to recap, it's this Saturday night. Gates open at 4. Racing starts at 7. They're going to be doing school bus rides on the track, at 4 when they open up. And listen, it's a family event. We do these weekend mud festivals and all that stuff, and a lot of them are 18 and up. This is a family event. If from 8 to 80, blind, cripple, or crazy, come on down.
Fun for the whole family.
I see Daryl's comment down here explaining trophies. Yeah, I didn't know if that's what you were going to call out there.
Yes.
Actually, for all of the events, we have some handmade trophies, and this is not your gold-plated plastic like I have a bunch of behind me. These are real metal built by a fabricator. They're like, say, brake drums with some pistons and camshaft pieces welded together with our insignia on them, and we're getting them powder coated right now. They should be back the next day or so. But
cool.
So nice real deal trophies.
Yeah, one-off customs. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. I ain't got one of those yet either.
Hey, good deal.
William, I'm mixing another one, but I got a question, and I'm listening right on the other side of the computer here.
Yeah.
But I mean, you guys y'all still got to run the business. Y'all still got to work all week, but you're getting all this crap together. I don't mean crap, but you know what I mean. You're doing all this stuff, getting stuff ready, getting vehicles ready, getting track ready, planning stuff, answering phone calls, doing all this, dude. It's like, is it the last couple of weeks? Is it just a mad rush the last couple of days? Or y'all burning the midnight oil? What's going on?
You could call it burning the midnight oil, because like you said, E&H Car Crushing obviously is a big supporter and sponsor of this event. It's also where most of us are employed at. Jim Irby keeps us all employed, keeps us all moving along and trucking along, but he's also obviously the promoter of this event. And I don't know if Jim's watching right now, but there was today was a trying day. We had a lot of equipment failures, a truck breakdown at the yard. I mean, we had multiple things that did not flow correctly throughout the day. And then, of course, we still are, busting hump trying to get school buses put together and bumpers built and, cars and boats and trailers and stuff put together for, our crew of guys that are out there to have a good time as well. And it's definitely been burning some midnight oil to make sure everything comes together in time enough to put on the show.
Wow.
Well, dude, the effort is much appreciated. And I hope that, we're able to contribute to it in some way. I certainly hope that helps. And, if that keeps going good, then, ideally that goes good and we keep doing this thing down the road. It'd be a lot of fun for everybody, I hope.
Worcester, put up Kingston Goods comment. Are they going to be doing donuts and burnouts? That's just in the concession stand, my man. That's the lady making your nachos that's doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. If he's referring to like the burnout contest, we just let him rip tater chip, like Cletus McFarland might say. We're gonna send him out there, and whatever he does, he does. If he's doing burnouts, donuts, drifting around the racetrack, whatever he wants to feel he can do to put on a show for the crowd. The burnout contest pays $500, winner take all. So you got to show out or get put out.
It's like It sounds like a freestyle. sort of like what we
Basically,
do.
exactly what it is. It's a freestyle.
Awesome, dude. I dig it.
That's very cool. Very
I
cool.
saw John Lambert recently, and ever since we announced this, man. I mean, John's a big supporter of basically all forms of motorsports in this area. Dude, he's into all of it. So he's just been a great mouthpiece and supporter since he was probably at the last one. I know Jimmy was at the last one, and I know he's planning on coming to this one. And he told it like Jimmy's had this. I'm talking about Jimmy Yeager Steamboat. He's had this metamorphosis of late where he's going through the same thing that a lot of us are, where he's like,
Midlife crisis.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, he's growing the hair out,
Yeah, is he still talking like fourth person to himself?
Oh, you're damn right. Oh, yes, he does, dude. That's the greatest.
Jimmy loves Jimmy.
Jimmy loves Hell on Wheels.
Jimmy does love Hell on. Jimmy's excited about this coming
Yes.
out.
Jimmy is definitely puts on a show no matter where he goes, whether it be Steamboat, Jaeger Bomb, whatever it is. He's always there to put on a show for the crowd as well.
The Fun Police, what is his new thing? But he said, because he was like, I took the racing very seriously over the last couple of years. He's like, I don't think I'm going to keep going that direction. He goes, I just want to do fun shit. I just want to do fun stuff that I have a good time with.
Yeah,
and he had said after the last event that you guys did there, the first Hell on Wheels, he goes, that was legit one of the most fun damn things I've ever done.
Yeah. I think I seen a YouTube video. I don't know if it was him or not, but they put Crown Royal in the windshield wiper squirter and then ran the vacuum hose into the car so they can like mix drinks while they're having a good time or something like that. So he hits the windshield wiper button and it fills his cup.
That's crazy.
I mean,
It works, right?
How do you get that through tech inspection?
Looks like dirty washer fluid to me.
Oh man, that's awesome.
well, listen, whatever adjustments
No.
that you make, whatever adjustments you make after you're already cleared, I mean, what are you gonna do?
Right.
You can't hold everybody's hand all day
It
long.
looks fine to me.
Excuse me. All
That's
right.
like the dudes. We always just make it a joke. Like we have Jonathan at the gate at the barn. It's a nightclub, so you can't bring a cooler full of liquor in to the
Right,
nightclub.
absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely, we all jokes aside, there is no alcohol in the pits. There will be none of that. We can we can joke all we want about it, but on a serious note, there's no alcohol in the pits. That'll get you ejected. We don't tolerate none of that until the last checkered flag falls. There is no drinking, none of that. So we joke, but serious note, don't be stupid.
Right. No, and after it's all said and done, so whatever you do on your own time after it's all said and done is the thing. But I just remember dudes are like, oh man, he caught us sneaking it in or whatever, and I'm like, you didn't try hard enough.
Yeah. Put it in your old lady's VO5 bottle in case she needs a randomly shampoo or something. You never been on a cruise?
Yeah.
Jay Wolfer wants to know if can the short bus identify as a school bus for the race?
Yes, it can. We actually got a school bus to put in the race, a short bus. Ain't nothing wrong with a short bus. They get through traffic better. They're shorter.
Yeah.
Jay, the problem with Jay is the front wheels are never on the ground, so I don't know how he's going to steer it.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Good luck with that.
Well,
10
thank you.
o'clock.
Yep. Thank you, William. We appreciate you, brother. And good luck this weekend, man. I hope your team has a great event. And looks like, man, there's a lot of buzz, and we're going to hit it strong all the way until Saturday. So, man, I just want you guys to have a great, safe event and hope a lot of families, a lot of folks have a wonderful trip down there. I know it's going to be a great show.
I can't wait, man. I'm glad you guys had me on here.
William,
Yeah.
I know you were so nervous, but you did a great job tonight, too.
Yep.
I appreciate it. Little encouragement, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's
right.
all
I've never
good,
been
man.
on here with someone from TV before.
Yeah, I hear you.
I have an
Isn't
old
it-
Truck U postcard I need autographed.
Oh,
There you
damn
go.
right, dude. Listen,
Bring
I'm
it
bringing
Saturday.
I'm bringing the case of Sharpies, dude. I'm ready. That's
All
right.
right. Well, you guys have a great night, and we will see you on the flip side.
All right, guys.
Hey, see you. Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Dude, he's got one of those voices where like I could listen to him read a book. You know what I mean?
It's a book about winning.
Winning.
Yeah, right, dude. I would just wake up wake up in the morning and there'd be trophies just in the room.
Yep.
I like it. No, that's cool. That's awesome. I mean, look, I was already looking forward to the event as it is, but from the time we started the show to now, I'm even looking forward to it that much more, just because I like to get from a competitor aspect and from a guy running the show aspect. You kind of hear stuff that that we can relate to, but I've never run one of those events.
Right.
But they're so very similar to what we do. It's just different. The terrain is different and the vehicles are different and everything else is the same.
Yep. It's going to be a great show, man.
Awesome.
I'm excited I'm glad, and I'm very thankful that Trucks Gone Wild was able to be a part of it. So, you guys got any final thoughts for the night before I kick everybody off?
Dude, the year's going good, dude, and the momentum is rolling into this weekend and onward. We have a little bit of a break in March, I believe, but after this event, we come back in April strong with Florida Truck Meet and Louisiana Mud Fest, and kicking it into the summertime from there. So it's all gravy.
Absolutely.
I've got a little interesting side story, Wister, and I don't know if I told you. I probably told you, but tomorrow I'm driving up to South Georgia Motorsports Park. I'm just meeting my buddies up there from Truck U. We're shooting some stuff with Hot Shot Secret, which is lubrication specialties. We've been working with them for a year. They sponsor a diesel drag racing series, and they're racing. I think they're racing all weekend there, but I know they're racing on Friday. And we're going up to talk to some of the drivers, interview, and do some product stuff and all that.
Very cool.
But I'm excited because I've been talking to Raul up there just on the phone, and I've gotten along with him great. Our phone conversations have been really good, but it'll be my first time actually looking at the venue. So, I'm not saying anything's ever going to happen, but it's a pretty cool deal since I have to go up there and work for a day. I'll get to check out a venue that we've never been to, and I can't wait to see that too because I've heard good things about it.
Absolutely, it's a beautiful place. It's a really nice park.
Yeah.
So
and then
I'm excited you're able to go.
Yeah, I come home Friday night, get a good night's sleep Friday night, head on to Speed World on Saturday. I haven't decided yet. I got to figure out with Wes what time he thinks I should be there, but I want to get there a little bit earlier in the afternoon and just kind of hang out and watch it all.
Yeah. Cool. I hope you have a great trip up there, man. I'm anxious to get your feedback and once you've seen the place and everything. So.
Well, I am too. And also, I texted Michael at Louisiana Mudfest the other day on Sunday because I kept seeing a lot of people at Bamboo talking about Louisiana Mudfest. A lot of people saying that was the next big event that they were going to go to, So Michael was very happy to hear that.
Yep.
And looking forward to that. Obviously, Truck Meet and everything else in between. So like Chris said, we got a little break in March, which is interesting.
Yep. Very nice. Very nice. All right, Ledford, any final thoughts before we call it a night?
Dude, that's it. I can't wait to see everybody on Saturday and watch some destruction.
Some destruction. Hell on Wheels, Saturday night, man. Make sure you're there. If you're anywhere close by, you'll promise you'll have a wonderful night with the family. So thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. If you hadn't already shared, how about hit down at the bottom of the screen, hit that share button, share it to your timelines, any of the groups you may be members of, any of that kind of stuff. And we always appreciate those 7 or 8 shares we get each and every week. And with that being said, thank you, Matt Still. Thank you, Chris Ledford. We appreciate you and appreciate everybody else tuning in tonight for TGW Live.
That's my hand
Hope everybody has a fantastic. Oh, was that?
Matt's got his hand up.
I wanted to pay you a compliment, Wister.
Oh, really? What?
Yeah, and I figured. I'm sorry.
Tell me more.
Yeah, I figured you'd be okay with it.
Tell me more.
When you went live last Wednesday night on the way down to Bamboo,
right?
The last time I checked, dude, your view count was like 15,000 views or something.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I mean, Wister by himself just equals ratings, dude.
It's kind of like Kevin Lawrence type stuff, isn't it?
It is. You might have actually eclipsed Kevin Lawrence ratings.
No. But that is something good. It was so cool to see Kevin there this weekend. Get a chance to hang out with him. Get a chance to see him in his truck. He had a smile on his face all weekend, and I think he really enjoyed his weekend. And I know Tiffany Ann had a great time and getting to see and hang out with a lot of friends that they hadn't seen in a year. And what a great weekend for them. And so glad you brought that up. So Anyway,
You ever watch the old was it like Benny Hinn Ministries and things like that, where they used to like, the guy'd be kind of in a mess and they'd slap him across the forehead.
Oh,
and
yeah,
and he'd
I
be
remember
healed
that.
like that, dude. I almost think that's what Bamboo was to Kevin, dude, because he's already talking about going to Louisiana. You know what I mean? I think, dude, he might have just gotten that. There might be some kind of medicine in what happened last weekend that is just gonna be healing and everything. So I think it's pretty awesome.
Oh man, my buddy Art Pfeiffer just chimes in and says Worcester is a proud peacock doing the peacock strut, right?
Nice.
Inside joke. All right, listen, you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man, and appreciate all you guys for tuning in tonight. So I'm gonna say bye again, unless I get stopped again.
I think we're good.
You want to say anything else good about me, or can we go ahead and hang
Worcester,
up?
I could sit here and compliment you all night, my friend. You know what I mean? You're my.
I just love it, man.
You are in my top 17 favorite announcers.
I know. I'm just glad that I even make the
I
list
still
at
haven't
all.
done my top 10 announcer list.
Yeah, we got to do that. That'd be a
I-
good one for
because I
one
don't
of the
want to
next
piss
shows
everybody
coming
off,
up.
you know?
Yeah, that'd be.
Because I already know who I'm going to put at number one, and I'm not trying to start any trouble.
Yeah. Thank you. It might hurt my feelings. All right, listen. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate you, Twitty, John, Lacey, everybody else that was on tonight. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Good weekend.
See you.